God is good, and with each day that passes brings us a day closer to the launch of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. This is the Nathan Napalm channel, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing, especially if you're interested in Pantheon related content on our march to launch. Today, guys, I want to talk about this brand new Cohh Carnage stream that happened here on December 12th. And I thought it was super awesome. I thought that we got to see a lot of cool stuff. I feel like the game is progressing very healthily, and I really enjoyed watching the climbing, the new animation, some of these spell effects, watching them struggle with difficult pulls. Joppa showing off some secret areas inside of this dungeon, as well as the climbing around and kind of the verticality of this dungeon, and kind of gives you a feel for how that's all going to be. And also towards the end of the stream, they kind of the perception kind of led them on this sort of small little inclination of a sweet quest with something awesome happening there. They went through a wall. I mean, how much more EverQuest can it get than a secret room where you have to walk through a wall? I mean, the entire thing felt very magical to me. And the thing about this stream that I guess impressed me the most is that I know it wasn't scripted. I know they did, you know, that Cohh Carnage was just kind of doing his own thing. Now they would kind of be like, hey, why don't you come over here? You know, but it still just kind of showed you how these things can happen organically with the perception system and all that kind of thing. I thought it was definitely, you know what, it's my favorite stream that we've seen so far. Now, it's been a long time since we've seen the game in a stream where it's just gameplay and then playing the game organically like this, and it was very nice to see that, and I was super impressed with everything. Now, I would like to real quick just do some highlights of some of my favorite parts of the stream, just in case, because I mean, it's an hour long, and a lot of people won't watch an hour-long stream to get those tidbits and pieces of information. So I did want to just kind of show my favorite parts of the stream, and then we can break these down in future videos and talk more about different things and aspects more in depth. But for this video today, just want to kind of break down some of my favorite scenes, just kind of discuss how cool it is and that kind of thing. So let's get started.
You to notice something in the environment and click on it. And the idea is that as players experience this more and more, it starts to create this sense of always wanting to kind of check things out in the environment. If you see something that's interesting to you, there's a good chance that you're going to be able to get some more insight on it. So I would just encourage you, even now, before we get into the main run here, there's a couple of things just in this area here we could explore. Like, for example, if we came over that little crest there, we got the message about the cold and the vastness of this place. And as we look around, like, for example, let's say this fallen kind of statue head face here that's kind of fallen and sunken into the ground, this might be something that interests us. And so as we get closer to it, we would receive just a little hint, a little clue about what that is. Not too much. It's not over-telling or over-defining, but it's just starting to create that sense of, I wonder what else. I wonder what else I might be able to get some information on. And it begins to encourage players to explore and look around a little bit more carefully.
So I really, as everybody who follows this channel knows, I love the perception system. This was the best example and the best gameplay footage we've ever gotten to see of the perception system in action. And not to mention the perception system obviously is getting more fleshed out as we get closer to launch and that kind of thing. But the thing about it really is that I always felt like it would be like, but now that we're starting to see it better, now I know it's true, is that it's kind of like your DM. Like, you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and your DM is telling you something about the world. You know, he's like throwing in this detail, right? Like environment or something like that, and it makes you be like, now why did you say that? You're pointing something out specifically. So where does this lead to? And it creates this mystery in the world, right? And the other MMOs have done similar things, but not an entire fleshed out system to where it leads to quests, it leads to secrets, it leads to more and more lore, and who knows? I mean, it could lead to anything, treasure, a secret boss fight, especially when the game is new, or there's a new patch comes out, and then suddenly there's this new piece of lore, this new ping of the perception if you meet the qualifications. It just makes the world so much cooler. So, you know, of course I love that clip, but let's move on to the next one and see what else we can dig up.
I like the shield block mechanic. That's interesting. It makes it so, like, you know, I'm kind of used for this kind of system where you're just spamming buttons every time they're up, but that kind of removes that whole feeling a little bit.
Yeah, it causes you to really pay attention to the attack speed, the attack rhythms of what you're fighting, because with only a 2-second window, you want to try and get a sense of how often they attack, what did their special attacks look like, and then you start timing your shield block around that. Now there's more going on in that system as well. So every time you get healed, a percentage of the effective healing done to you will also regenerate your resilience up to 50%. Healing won't ever take you past 50%. That's where shield block is going to be what takes you higher and higher. But the healers in your group are going to be able to help you as a warrior maintain that.
I really like that because that was a really good look into the warrior as far as the shield block and the internal workings of that, as far as how heals play, depending on the way that you're playing the warrior, can affect how the heals come in and how much they can heal you, etc. I thought that was very good. I felt like that was definitely some beans got dropped.
Well, here, let me drop those beans.
Thanks for that, Joppa. Really appreciate those beans as usual, buddy.
Oh, gosh, great, even better. Ooh, and there's his hammer, the Forgotten Sledge. Oh man, that thing hits like a truck. Wow.
Can you equip it?
I don't know. Let's see. Character. Hey, I can.
Nice.
This guy is an 8.6. My current sword is a 6.94. This is a straight upgrade.
Boom.
It's mine now. Okay, I take it.
So I guess we're not rolling for it.
I did. No, I
I'm
think.
gonna root the Cold Heart.
See, guys, it's totally understandable that you don't know this. It's called streamer privileges, and what that means is that I get all the loot all the time.
Yeah, that's
Great.
exactly right.
Oh, it's more of kind of a slower tactical feel, like a lot of the older MMOs had, and a lot less of kind of the theme parky, more kind of like let's just get as many mobs killed as we can, move through the content kind of stuff that a lot of things do. Oh my god, I've made a huge mistake. Okay.
There's
okay.
Lots of stuff happening.
We have made a very large mistake.
For a second here.
Hey, they bled my banner. That's impressive. Okay, which one?
I'm gonna root the wolf hand.
Is that a boss that wolf hand with? While I panic push here.
Oh, we're in trouble, boys. We are in trouble, boys.
I got one of the wolves rooted.
What about a fifth mob? Oh, Von Snuggle, that's when you log out of the game. Yeah, that's just when you give up and you find it in the game because you're gone.
Okay, now for those who are watching, you'll notice in the group of mobs here we actually have a bloodthirsty snowfall wolf. This is our first example of a disposition that's kind of naturally spawned here in the mix. So bloodthirsty would probably be what I would target first, since there's not a healer in this group that I can see. A bloodthirsty is going to have a chance with every single attack it does to cast to cause bleeding, and if it causes bleeding on you, then it's going to gain a buff called Blood Frenzy, and not so down as possible.
Okay, well, that is good.
I'm out of mana. Completely out of mana.
Another great beauty of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is you can't stream and do an actual gameplay session that doesn't show that the game is challenging and difficult, right? Like, it just makes me smile ear to ear every stream when they run into this, and it always happens every stream or every time, the community stream, every time that you just accidentally do a pull, right? That's going to be a part of your everyday dungeoneering in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. You do one wrong move or go around the wrong corner, you don't scout it out properly, or what have you, one small mistake and suddenly you're in for it for a battle for your life. It's actually more intense in those situations where it's just regular, what in a normal MMO would be considered trash pulls. Now it's this epic battle to barely survive and not wipe the entire party. These small little situations that can happen at any moment to anybody, no matter your skill level, honestly. That is more stressful and more exciting and gets your heart pumping than most raid fights at endgame in most MMOs. And this is just going to be a part of your journey. A normal, everyday, well, maybe not everyday, but a very normal part of gameplay. Because the world is challenging and difficult, and you can hear that they're having fun, you know? They're having fun with it, and it's just expected when you have a difficult world that you're going to run into challenges like this, and it's what forms bonds and friendships and things like that. So I really love seeing that. I always love seeing things like that. And guys, I want to end it here. We'll do a part 2 where I'll break down some more awesome things from the stream. Didn't want to make this too long. Don't like making very long videos, but we will do a part 2 very soon. Maybe, hopefully I can get that out by tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed what we covered so far though, and there's a lot more, and actually I saved the best for last. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you next time we do part 2 of my favorite parts from the newest stream with Cohh Carnage. And if you want to see the entire stream in its pure entirety, I have the link in the description down below so that you can find that and access that quickly. Right now, as of the time of this recording, I believe it's only to be found on Twitch, but I'll have the link to get to that right down in the description down below so you can watch Cohh Carnage's full stream, completely unabridged. But guys, until next time, God bless and happy gaming. Please listen to what I say. I've been making videos all day. My friends all say I'm it's a video buffet. You can even hit replay. But please just subscribe. I can't even describe being part of my tribe. I'll even offer you a prize. But just please just subscribe and hit the bell notification too.